You ever suck some dick for marijuana? Huh?
No, I can't say I have.
There you go. That's the best way to start a show when you're at a dispensary. What's up? It's DeHuff. I'm over here at Legal in Denver. I'll tell you more about them in just a second. But real quick, make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. Also, don't forget today's show is presented to you by the great people over at Sugar Fire in Westminster, as well as Jad's Mile High Smoke. And, of course, Bet Online. Bet Online is your number one source for all your summer sports this season, from MLB, golf, NBA, and NHL playoff stats. All the latest stats, news, and scores available to follow your favorite teams. Get the latest odds and lines, including the latest team matchups, player props, and odds on just about every sport out there. Go ahead and head to betonline.ag. Again, betonline.ag. Do that today. Or you can go ahead and use your mobile device and get in on all the action. It's BetOnline where the game starts. Before we get into headlines, and we got some good headlines to jump into today, but like I was saying, I'm over at Legal. It's spelled L''Eagle. And it's a great place down here in Denver off of 380 Quivas Street. Anilo, is it Quivas or Quivas? Quivas. The Q Street. Welcome to the Q. It's a great place. You got to come down here. Amazing products down here. Award-winning clean cannabis. And that's a big freaking deal when you're dealing with cannabis, something that you're ingesting. You got to come down here and check them out. Legal, just a great bunch of people selling an amazing product. So I'll be down here broadcasting. I already had Mike come down all the way from, where did he say he came from? Dacona. He drove down from Dacona to come and see me and buy some product, okay? I want to think that he just came down to see me, but let's be honest, he came down here. He got a prize, he got some stickers, and he got some amazing product from Legal. But speaking of amazing, this is what we need to do right now. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Well, no big surprise, Nikola Jokic won the MVP for the third time. A lot of people are saying, well, it should have been his fourth time in a row, but he didn't, okay? But the thing is he did win it for the third time. It was announced yesterday. He received 79 out of the 99 first-place votes, 18 second-place votes, and 2 third-place. I don't know who the hell those 2 people are that voted him third place, but those people are dicks. But his total points was 926 on the voting. But sadly, what's coming out of this accomplishment by Nikola Jokic is Shaquille O'Neal, a guy that I like. I love Shaquille O'Neal, but he has cemented himself as a fucking dick by saying this when he was interviewing Nikola Jokic after it was just announced that Jokic won MVP.
You know I love you, the best player in the league. I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought the SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you, but congratulations. And what do you guys have to do to get back on track versus Minnesota?
Thank you, Shaq. We don't judge people here, so that's fine. It's your opinion. I'm joking.
Hey, all good. I love you. I love your brothers. One thing we always going to do is keep it real with each other.
Now, part of me is just like, I get what he's saying. Like, he wanted to come out and say before Jokic, word got back to Jokic, where, because sometimes you can see this a lot in radio and television. You get a guest on and you're just kissing their butt. Soon as the guest is off, you hear the talent just shred them. Okay, that happens all the time. And then you as the listener, you as the viewer go, well, why wouldn't you say that to the individual when they're on? Well, because it's tasteless. That's why. Well, Shaq decided, you know what I'll do? I'll just go ahead and let's just get this out of the way. Hey, I think somebody else should have won it. Don't think you deserved it. Kind of a prick move. I understand why he did it. Don't agree with it. You just don't do that. You just literally shat on Jokic's accomplishment. Now, that being said, Jokic doesn't really seem to care about the accomplishment. He's just more excited about the fact that he wants to continue in the playoffs and look past that award. He would rather subtract the award and do well in the playoffs, and that's great. But Shaq, man, you can't be doing that. It reminded me so much of when Kanye did that epic jerk move to Taylor Swift at the what is that? The CMA, not CMAs. What was that?
So thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
VMAs.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Such a jerk move. Shaq is the new Kanye. Okay? I don't know how many times Shaq got his head bumped, but apparently he's right on par with Kanye West, where there's something loose up in there. When you go back and look at second place vote, who was it? SGA? He only had 640 total points, whereas Jokic had 926. Classless move by Shaq. And listen, I love Papa John's. I love everything that Shaq is about, except for this. I mean, he's a funny dude. He even has a rap album, guys. Okay? You can't be doing this. You just ruined your reputation, Shaq, by doing this. And then when you hear him continue on, Shaq's just more bent about the fact that he didn't get enough MVP awards. So, man, Shaq, just next time, just keep your mouth shut. I get it. I get what you're talking about. Now, I posted a quick blurb about Shaq, ruining Jokic's moment. And here's some response from you guys on Twitter. Sack Swinger said, he probably has brain worms. If you've been paying attention, Robert Kennedy Jr., one of the potential candidates for presidency, came out and said that he had part of his brain consumed by worms. Now it's debatable if that just puts him on par with everybody else that's running. So you guys can do that for your. This isn't a political podcast, but let's be honest. It just really kind of evens everybody out now. Steven in Denver said Shaq is just wrong. Jokic has just as good a stat argument in getting to within a game of first place in the West when the Nuggets are everyone's best effort all season with the championship target on their back. All that is still impressive. So, yeah, Shaq is just – I think he just is bent is the problem with Shaq. He's just bent on his history, and then he's just wrapping it up with Jokic. Mercury Wave Portal said, like I said about a month ago. Listen, Mercury Wave Portal, I don't remember what the fuck you said a month ago. Okay? But anyway, he said, if the Nuggets want respect, three-peat. Then history speaks louder than words. Obviously, it's very much in jeopardy right now. They need players in the game that play D and cause problems and allow Joker to drive the train and Murray to hit his spots. I agree. And to follow up on that, John said, are the Nuggets done? Yeah, and moving past the whole Shaq thing, Shaq's a dick. I get it. John, I don't think the Nuggets are quite done. If they lose this next game on Friday, I don't see them fighting back. I really don't. I don't think they got it in them right now. And that sucks. I hate to say that, but that's the facts when it comes to the Nuggets. If they pull out a win in game number 3 in Minnesota, yeah, I think it's going to be a series. But as of right now, I'm not saying they're done, but I'm also not putting all my chips in on the fact that they're going to come back and win this thing. So there you go. Moving on to some more comical stories. This one comes in and says, I spent $1,000 to take my dog on a long vacation in Italy. It's worth every penny. I got to be honest, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. I would never take my dog on vacation, especially to Italy. It's ridiculous. Put him in a kennel or get somebody to house sit for you. That's stupid. Another thing, speaking of travel, Dublin and New York are now connected. This is pretty cool. There is a visual bridge / portal set up in both cities. So New York City's Flatiron neighborhood has this big old sculpture, and it's real-time visual live stream connecting New York City to Dublin, Ireland. And the idea is eventually they want to set these up in more cities across the United States and more cities throughout other countries. It's kind of cool. They're showing video of people in New York basically interacting with people in Dublin. They're dancing. They're saying hi, holding up signs and shit. I think it's neat. It's a great way to connect people. It's great for the travel industry. I think that's a good idea. But it's all fun and games until Todd gets over there and starts cranking one out, all of a sudden, somebody's going to ruin it. Let's be honest, somebody's going to ruin this. Some dude's going to be, jerking it in front of the portal, and then boom. Next thing you know, portal's closed.
Right, as always.
Ken knows. Ken probably be the guy that did it. Son of a bitch. Playing with his ding-dong in front of the portal. I think that's neat, though. It would be very, especially like me, a father of 2 young kids, I think it would be neat to go to the portal and be like, look, let's go stare at some people from another country. That's essentially what it is. It's very interesting. It's just really cool how technology works. I'm right by the door, okay? I blame Anilo for this, okay? You could probably hear it. Somebody moved my camera also when I was on accident. They didn't know. It was earlier. It doesn't matter. I'm not mad. I am bringing it up, though, so maybe I do have some hidden anger about somebody moving my camera, okay? What is this? Huh? What the fuck? Just kidding. I love this place. This place is so nice. There's something about the faint smell of weed in the air. It's not overpowering, but, you come in here, and it's just nice. I like it. It's comfortable. You're not part of this show, Anilo! Sorry. I'm more of entertaining myself, okay?
Do you see what I deal with? I'm trying to get this guy taken care of. I'm looking out for him, and I'm getting yelled at.
You're a cunt. Uh-oh. Hold on. I did, and there's an alarm for that. I'm sorry.
C-word alert. C-word alert.
Anilo's never heard the C-word alert. I'm stupid. Hey, you know what's a smart move? If you go to Sugar Fire in Westminster, amazing place to grab some barbecue. They're off 144th and Orchard Parkway, right next to Snooze on the south side of 144th. It's really cool because now, we were talking about this yesterday, is starting next week and through the rest of the month is graduation parties. What better way to honor your kid that's fought through and is finally graduating than hooking them up with some great barbecue at the party? And you just got to go check out Sugar Fire in Westminster. Just an amazing place to grab some barbecue, whether it's smoked wings, smoked brisket, smoked turkey. They got burgers, so many things to choose from, plus amazing sauces, St. Louis sweet, Texas hot, coffee, Carolina mustard, and of course, white barbecue. Sugar Fire in Westminster, by far my favorite barbecue place in the state of Colorado. It's family friendly. It's perfect for date night. And like I said, catering, whether it's a graduation party, weddings, birthdays, or that big meeting at work. So you got to go check them out. Sugar Fire in Westminster. They're right off 144th and Orchard Parkway, just east of Huron. Go ahead and follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Sugar Fire Westy. Or go check them out online at sugarfiresmokehouse.com. It's Sugar Fire in Westminster, reinventing barbecue every single day. it's funny. I'm over here at Legal, and it's just such a great place to hang out. Another place you can go check out is Jad's Mile High Smoke. It's the first and still only licensed canna bar in the state of Colorado. It works like an alcohol bar, but it's for cannabis. Very cool. You can go in there and purchase up to an ounce of flour or 8 grams of concentrate. They also have pre-rolls and edibles as well, so you got to go check them out. They have 7 big screen TVs to catch your favorite sporting event, or you can even host a watch party. They also got Nintendo Switches available for rent, tons of free board games, playing cards, coloring books, and dominoes to choose from. And my favorite part is they got a quarter arcade with pinball machines, vintage Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and more. Just a great place to go hang out. And what you need to do is go check out Jad's Mile High Smoke. It's just 9 minutes from Coors Field, open noon to 10. You got to be at least 21 or older to consume. No outside product. Just buy it there. It's Jad's. They're at 7667 Washington Street. Just GPS to Jad's. Like I said, I'm out here at Legal, and it's funny. They got a good stream of customers coming in because this is the place to be. Like I told you, I had Mike in here. There's another guy in here. He seemed like he was too embarrassed to talk. Okay. There's a guy. He looked at me. He kept looking at me, and he's like, hi, hi. Maybe he thought I was cute. I don't know. I don't judge. That's fine. I get it. I'm sex on a stick. Okay. I can't help it. Okay. That's me. I purposely said that right as Anilo was taking a sip of his coffee. I was really hoping I would get you to spit out your coffee, be like, oh, the Huff is sex on a stick. You guys got to come down here. We're at 380 Cuivas Street in Denver. Again, Legal. It's an award-winning clean cannabis, which I'm all about because I've had some weed that you consume, and you're like, this doesn't seem right. It gives you like a headache and stuff, and that just ruins it. Not this place. This place is legit. So you got to swing on by at Legal down in Denver. What we need to do, Anilo, is jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
So I was on Twitter this morning, and I said, you know what? Give me some random facts about you or something else, and I'll be using them on the show. So this kind of started because my wife pulled me aside before I came down here, and she's like, I have some material for you. I'm like, what? She's we've been married for like 20 years, over 20 years. And she's like, I've never heard this before from you. She said, last night I had to wake you up because not only were you snoring, which is kind of a common thing with me, but she's like, I swear to God, I've never heard this before from you. She's like, you were farting constantly in the middle of the night. But she said they weren't like stinky. It was just like very audible. I never knew that was that I did that. And I hope that's not an ongoing thing. Like that's my MO is just like, hey, Anilo, you and I shared a room in Vegas. Was I up farting? No, you were snoring though. I did? Oh. I was breathing in your ear a lot at night. Hello, Anilo. Am I too close? Anyway, this is what you guys sent in. Let me find it real quick. Oh, my God. I got so many people chiming in on this one, and it kind of screwed me up. Hold on one second. Please stand by. This is what happens when I'm on the road. Okay, Kim Becker. I do her videos. She's with Mile High Sports, also works with Altitude TV, does the pre- and post-game with the Avalanche games. She said, eating carrots makes me feel like I'm going to black out. That's bizarre. Kim, go see a doctor. That's not right. Now, it depends, though. Are you eating a whole bunch at once? Because you might be choking. FYI, if you eat too much of anything too fast, you're probably going to pass out and die. So, Kim, go see a doctor, and also slow down. Slow down. It's not a race, Okay? It's not a race. Let's see. Dave wrote in, because he's a super big-time Kiss fan. He said, Gene Simmons of Kiss has a bachelor's degree and was a 6th grade teacher in Spanish in Harlem. That was in the early 70s. To get the students interested in reading, he purchased and brought in Spider-Man comics, taught for 6 months, then went on to co-found, the rock and roll legends that are Kiss. That's fascinating. That is crazy. I never knew that. Centennial Sports said, I can name all 96 countries. And then somebody said, isn't there more than that or less than that? There's 195, and then there's one that, something else. I don't remember. Matt OFP says, I have an unhealthy hatred for the Colorado Rockies that fuels me to raise my kids to be nothing like the Montforts. Okay. J.R. Slick said, my daughter and Denver resident will be appearing on Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, airing May 22nd on Fox. That's awesome. I'm going to be watching that. JR, that's cool. That is so cool. Jeremy said, I have 5 siblings and none of them are full-blooded. The fuck's full? What do you mean full-blooded? They're not all related? That's interesting. I guess it is. Although I see me with adopted kids, I don't think it's that strange. Joel says the national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. Is that true? I believe everything I read on the internet, so I assume that you're telling me the truth, Joel. I know that I know a guy whose wife is from Ireland, and I was having dinner with them one night, and somehow like leprechauns or whatever got brought up, and I made some snide comment about it. And she just got serious. She's like, you should, if you ever go to Ireland, never make fun of people that believe in leprechauns. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, they believe it wholeheartedly. So the fact that Scotland, that's right, the home of Sean Connery, we believe in unicorns. And we also believe in banging your mother. That's right. Thanks, Connor, you fucking dick. They call me Mr. Mitz, said, my dad went to high school with either Trey Parker or Matt Stone in Evergreen, Colorado. That's cool. Those are 2 guys I would love to meet. But that being said, I feel like that would be kind of intimidating to meet them because they're just so, I don't know, just so creative. I think it would be somewhat intimidating. Gern said, I made Arnold Schwarzenegger run away from me like a little biatch when I was just 13 years old. #fact. Well, you can't just leave Gern. You got to give me more info on that one. What the hell did you do to Arnold Schwarzenegger? Your clothes, give them to me now. Oh, shit. This 13-year-old's going to kick my ass. That's bizarre, Gern. I want to know more information. When you listen to this, send it to me, and next week we'll get to the bottom of that story. That's wild. Man, I still got a lot of you guys chiming in about Shaq. So Teddy Two Tokes said that's why Shaq is doing the general commercials and not State Farm. MX335 said, interesting. Sounds like a severe issue caused by race issues. Listen, I got to be honest. There's probably a little sprinkle of that in the whole situation. He's a Euro. He's white. And I don't know enough about the situation. But, yeah, I think it would be ignorant of me to say that's a complete falsehood. Yeah, Centennial Sports said that there's 195 countries plus Taiwan whom the U.S. recognizes. Okay, so 196. Okay, apparently he can name them all. Is that something that you pick up like chicks at the bar, like, hey, I got a special talent, and she's thinking something, he's got a massive hog or something like that, and he's like, I can name all 196 countries. And you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm done. No. That is crazy. Well, you know what, guys? It's something on your to-do list is you got to come down to Legal, 380 Cuivas Street in Denver. And they got some amazing product out here. And what I like, too, is everybody's really freaking nice. That's a big deal because, like, you go into any establishment and they're either, you like this place, super nice. But when you go into a place and they talk down to you because you don't know enough about weed, that's annoying. Like this place, I'm comfortable with saying, like I do to most places, I go in there, I'm like, what do you recommend? And they'll tell you, be like, well, what are you looking for? You looking to relax? You looking to, get your head straight and clear, but you still want to do stuff around the house? Yeah, they're going to set you up in the right direction, and that's pretty cool. Or you could be like me and go camping. I hate camping, but we're going camping for Memorial Day weekend. That's a great place, a great thing to do if you're out in the wilderness is, get your head right up there. Like my kids and my wife love camping. I hate camping. Hate it so much. I just don't like being dirty and sweaty. I like the ability to, when I wake up in the morning, of just, I get up, I can shower. You can't do that when you're fucking camping. In this place, it's a family cabin in the South Park area, but there's no electricity, no running water, and you poop in a bucket. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. And then you have to, at the end of your time there, you have to bury the bucket, essentially, the contents of the bucket. No. And then my wife started talking about bears and mountain lions. I'm like, fuck. I don't have Derek Wolf with me so he can bow hunt, a mountain lion. My son's all, I'll just get a big stick. Okay, guess what happens if a bear comes at you or a mountain lion comes at you and you got a stick? Or even like then he's like, well, I'll have a pocket knife. It's like, dude, it's not going to do anything. Quick or close hand-to-hand combat with a bear or a mountain lion isn't going to end well if you have a pocket knife. It's not. So anyway, if I die, I better get mauled by a bear. I guess if you're going to go down like in a blaze of glory. Jesus. You always have that in the back of your head, though. What happens if, like, a bear comes at you and you have to try to fight for your life? In your mind, you're like, oh, I'll just jump on its back, put it in a chokehold, and choke it out. It's easy peasy, right? Until it happens, and then you get your face whacked off. I just wanted to say whack off. But it's weird having people near me when I'm doing a show. So I get usually I'm just staring at my face on the camera, Anilo, and then I'm just entertaining myself. Then I say something about, I just wanted to say whack off, and I just see his head shaking like in shame. Like, oh, I'm so disappointed in Duff.
He's old enough to be my dad, and he's talking like that. I love it. A little strange, but that's what makes the Huff the Huff.
You heard it there.
Also, while we're just getting wacky, I just want to show this to the listener since you're doing video. I want to show you how I have you saved in my phone.
What is it?
Duff Man.
What? Oh, yeah, Duff Man. That's funny.
Let's show that.
Better not have my phone number on there.
No, it doesn't. Duff.
Duff Man. All right, Duff Man. Have a beer. Duff. Duff beer, yeah. Now I got to find a funny picture for you, Anilo. I don't know what that would be.
I have some in the vault.
Do you?
Oh, you're talking like for your profile. I don't know.
For you. I was going to, I don't even know.
If I grow my beard out, I kind of look like Fidel Castro.
You look like Fidel Castro if you have a beard. Oh, that would be cool. You should do that just to be funny. Hello. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Fidel Castro. Who wants a cigar, huh? All right. I don't know where I'm going, Danilo. Holy shit. Whew. Boy. This guy. You know what we need to, you know what we haven't done in a while? I don't know. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, thank you guys so thanks to everybody that showed up. I got some gift cards if next time I go out somewhere. I did give away a couple, so that's good. And a great place, again, legal in Denver, Colorado. Just a legit place to grab your weed. And what I love is when I'm talking to Amy, one of the owners, is just like how prideful she is in serving a good product. Everybody here is. They're all about that. And that's a big deal. We talk about that a lot, whether you're a sponsor or not, is, you know, if you take pride in your product and you're concerned that the customer is going to get a good product or not, that's a big deal. And that's what you want as a consumer, is a company that gives a shit about you. And that's what Legal is over at 380 Cueva Street in Denver. Just a great little place to come down. It's very comfortable. They have some really cool swag over here too. I'm looking at some of their shirts that they have. What I like about it is some of the shirts you could wear around town and nobody would know that it is about weed. And it's just a cool logo, just a cool vibe here. You got to come check them out. Yeah, strawberry cough. I want that. I used to do a character at the Fan back in the day called Stoner DeHuff. And the amount of people that request me to do it is jaw-dropping to me. But to me, I always hated doing that character because it was just so slow. But I'd just be like, hey, guys, how's it going? But keep in mind, I was doing that character before it was legal in Colorado. So it was a little bit more edgy. I can't believe DeHuff's doing a stoner character, whatever type of thing. Somebody asked me to do that the other day. Paul sent me a direct message. Paul slid into my DMs. Okay, he did. Classic Paul. And he's like, you should do your Jazz Mile High Smoke as Stoner DeHuff. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Because, like, all he would be doing is, like, he'd be like, the guys would go, hey, Stoner DeHuff, can you recap the Nuggets game? Be like, man, it's so crazy. The Timberwolves came out and just, like, beat the snot out of them, man. It's so awesome. Like, that, to me, like, that wasn't that funny. And that's where I kind of stopped doing that one. I stopped doing Rich Russian because those Russian guys threatened to beat the shit out of me. So I was like, you know what? Let's lean on the side of caution. And I don't want to get my legs broke. But I'd still do the Cowboy DeHuff. We heard him the other day when he was talking about, you know, how the Nuggets need to go out there and be all balls against the Timberwolves. Right now, they got little bitty balls. They need to get their big balls out there and slap them in the face. Then, of course, Connery, who's banging everybody's mother, and that's okay. He's a lover, not a fighter. And then so many others. But anyway, thank you. That's called killing time, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. I did it. High five. High five. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. I really appreciate each and every one of you. That's why this has been ranked the #1 comedy podcast in the state of Colorado. It's all because of you guys. You guys are amazing. Really can't say thank you enough. Also, a big thank you to Legal at 380 Cueva Street in Denver. You got to come down here because the product is just insane. Dude, it's just, you come in here, you're going to be like, okay, I know what DeHuff's talking about. This is great. Hold on, I got to peel behind the curtain. Again, I'm not used to working with people. Anilo does this weird thing when he's thinking and he's in a creative vibe, and he pulls his shirt over his nose and his mouth. It's fucking weird.
He farted.
I did not do that. I'm not sleeping. Is that your creative thing? It is. That's weird.
That's like my locked in face.
Yeah. Do you guys have that? Do you guys have something like where you're just really locked in? I don't know about you, Anilo, but like especially because of media and it's everything is creative and they're just it's very time sensitive a lot of times, especially being in the sports/news genre. Is I get very irritated if somebody bugs me, and I hate that. But it's just like I'm, especially now with me doing everything essentially on my own. Like I'm very particular about things. And if somebody fucks with my shit, it really pisses me off. Like, it's like, stop. You know, like my son came downstairs the other day and he just comes in and he's just like, hey, Dad, I have a question for you. I'm in the middle of recording something. I was like, what are you doing? Stop it. Just drives me nuts. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for making this the #1 comedy podcast in the state of Colorado. It's all because of you guys. You guys are amazing. Big thanks to Sugar Fire in Westminster, as well as Jad's Mile High Smoke. And, of course, Bet Online. Go to betonline.ag, and you're just going to have a good time on that site. That's a great, clean website. And, again, can't say it enough. Big thanks to Legal at 380 Cuivas Street in Denver. It's right off of 6th Avenue, which is very easy to get to. So you go to I-25, then you go east on 6th, and then it's just right there on the south side. So it's really cool, really easy to get to, and it's just a great place. Trust me, when you come by, you're going to be happy you did. It's the Huff Uncensored. Thank you guys so much. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.